Oh, he will accept you.
I'm trying to find the good part. It's gonna come up, so. It's your family. It's very funny. It's not this. It's a little.
John the Baptist came. What is the heart of the law?
We hear that you heal the sick on the Sabbath. You want our people not to rest on the Sabbath?
Too much encroaching. They're encroaching. Just listen. Just listen. What's so funny is I just created the paradox right here. Just listen. They're encroaching.
One of you had a sheep and it fell into a pit on the Sabbath day. Wouldn't you go and get it out?
But
God made the Sabbath for man, not man for the Sabbath.
no, we understand that. We understand what you're trying to say.
Just have an open mind. That's what. We get it. Just have an open mind. It's not that. That's fake. That's opinion.
But is it not confusing to the other people?
Many people are very grandiose, many geniuses. Wouldn't it be difficult for them to understand that? Like, it can never be you. It can never just be you that's at fault. Like, it's your problem. You get me? This is so funny. They can't see that with Christ. It's so funny.
We live by the law. If we accept the law to be ruled by exceptions, then we are lost.
Today, if it hadn't been for the severity that we learned from Moses, we would not have our laws. We'd not even be a people any longer. But it is the excessive tolerance, the lack of rigidity in your teaching that has.
Yeah, the lack of rigidity in the teachings is just. It's hard to believe you, Jesus. It's so funny.
Made us feel that this is a real danger.
The law gives me
Real danger, huh?
security. It's a guide to my whole way of life. A measure for judging this man is right, this man is wrong.
Well, the law happens anyway.
you should not judge.
But you.
Ooh, you should not judge. People only look at the surface of this teaching.
You, as a son of Israel, know that we were chosen by God from all mankind to be the
I'm
holy
gonna forward
nation.
it.
And
Oh, wait.
for this, he gave us our law, the Torah, which is the law of life.
Look at all this logic. It's interesting watching the body do this, the soul do this. It's trying to demonstrate something, but it has nothing. Christ shows you that you have nothing. It like disarms you. It's so funny.
And we have to separate ourselves from the sinners and be pure and just.
And he's trying to use like something like, I have this, this is value. And it's like, there are no values. So funny. Christ just does it like that.
But who is just in the eyes of the Lord?
Oh my God. It's another stab at the brain. They can't take that. That's too much for them.
What is the heart of the law?
And just.
But who is just in the eyes of the Lord?
That is very difficult for them to understand. Oh, look. See, it's funny because it sounds like I'm doing it also. The way I just said it. It's funny. Like I said, just listen. Judge the sin, not the sinner. Then you'll get it.
What is the heart of the law?
Hear, O Israel, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, with all thy strength. This is the greatest commandment.
You said well. You're not far from the kingdom of God, Joseph of Arimathea. But there is another commandment, no less great. You must love your neighbor as yourself.
But who is...
Damn, see, that's very difficult also. Is literally that. It's that thinking. Love somebody like your neighbor is that thinking where you're able to think about their thinking, more receiving, more space, more awareness, more responsibility, more spirit.
Who is my neighbor?
No! Stop her! You can't come in! This is no place for the likes of you!
What's the matter?
This woman has a reputation as a whore. No one's gonna believe you anymore because it's about reputation in the 3D physical realm. They don't trust little kids, they don't trust anybody. Reputation separates humanity. It's so grandiose, and in that is the false prophet, that is the idol being worshipped, the reputation. Anything can be destroyed, brick by brick. Christ tells us this.
Woman, yes. What shall we
Yes,
say?
yes, it's her.
What is she doing?
He even says it, you feel nothing. You don't even cry.
Defiling him.
This is no place for you, woman. Come, leave quickly.
Simon, sit down.
But, Rabbi, you know what kind of a woman this is.
You're disrespecting the reputation.
Simon, please.
What is pure to the eyes of the pure will always be pure.
Simon, when I came into your house, you didn't pour water over my feet, or kiss me in greeting, or anoint my head with oil. She has washed my feet with her tears and dried them with her hair and anointed them.
How difficult is it to feel that? How difficult is it to even tap into that frequency, to understand it in a non-emotional way, in a non-logical way, and just see the passion through it, like the passion wavelengths of it? How difficult is that? It's a very difficult trip for that spirit or soul to reach. Very difficult. Some people don't even do it their whole entire lives. Some people think they did, but they didn't. And it's very tricky. Discernment is key. Discernment. Fuck reputation. And at the same time, I'm not gonna get it to you.
Daughter, your sins, and I know they are many, are forgiven you because of the greatness of your love.
See, I've seen this scene so many times, and Christ always shows me another way that this scene is ridiculous. And in that, I just see the eternal just talk to me, and it's ridiculous. I didn't
And
notice.
I know they are many.
I didn't notice the people laughing at her in the background. You heard it? They're laughing at her in the background. I didn't notice that. Little stuff like that. The dimensions just get more noticed, more awareness, more space, more responsibility. Your spirit is your space. People call it intelligence.
Forgiven you
It's not.
because of the
That's logic. That's vanity.
greatness of your love.
sin.
She's unseen. Only God can forgive sins, no man.
Their logic, their vanity, their sin. They can't comprehend it. Mental illness.
Your faith has saved you. Go. And sin no more.
You are what you think about. You are what you think about.
Daughter. Take this ointment and keep it for my burial. Go in peace.
Cleanse from sin, more awareness, more responsibility, more receiving. But reputation is funny because it's very, very funny how we do it to our families. Like we wouldn't like hear each other out, or like a little kid, like a little kid could have the most extreme hardcore knowledge. At the same time, anything could. There's just a lot of things we're not aware of. Awareness is key. More awareness, more space, more spirit, more responsibility. The more you could see, the more you can see in these seas, like the seasons, like the seas, like how light travels in seas. All relative, all organized and simplified. It cannot be moved. Untouchable shit, basically. No opinion here. The angle we got here, interesting. A lot of cryptography here. A lot of cryptography. It's like it's a vehicle traveling, and there's just so many things that will have you distracted. Awareness is key. Receiving. More responsibility, more spirit. I'm repeating it so y'all could get this.
Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, cast out devils. Take nothing with you except a staff. No pack, no food.
That's the way to life. I just said it. It's so funny. Simplify, simplify.
No money. Whenever you come to a town or village, find
But not just on your person, spiritually in your head too. Simplify.
It's 2:45.
Thank you.
who is worthy in it and stay with him. And if at any place they will not receive you or listen to you, shake the dust off your feet as you leave. Sodom and Gomorrah on the day of judgment will fare better than that place. I am sending you out as sheep amongst wolves. Be as wise as serpents and as harmless as doves. And as harmless as serpents, wolves. Be as wise as serpents and as harmless as doves.
That's very hardcore right there. Be as wise as serpents, but be harmless like a dove. You know how hard it is to understand that?
And as harmless as doves. Don't be anxious about what you are to say, or how you are to speak. It's not you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you.
He just said it too. That's so crazy how everything is relative. Our thoughts are not even ours. And Christ just said it. Our thoughts are not even ours. They belong to the Father. You're swimming in a bunch of thoughts that are not even yours. You're capable of receiving. When you were born, you came out of that womb. When you took breath, you know that. We all know that. We took in breath. We started receiving. This is awareness, responsibility, more spirit, aka more space.
Freely you have received, now freely give. Go.
Freely as you receive, now freely as you give. So deep. But then people go, this is religion. Or then people go, skin color, he was black. I can't watch this movie. Now you locked yourself out of watching this movie. The point is to visit all realms if you can. Get dirty so you can get clean. Visit all platforms. Learn it so you can find out that it's opinion and Christ isn't. And all came from Christ. Not the man, not the religion, but the teachings. They're all universal. It's hardcore shit to talk about because they think I'm trying to tell you, or they get these other little lower forms of Christ that are just offsprings of the original Christ, and these are the fake religions. It's like so simple, but yet the word triggers people. It's weird, and people fight for who's correct and who's wrong and shit. Mass separation. When you're being separate from something, you see the possession. Being separate from something, that's the possession. Don't separate yourself from something. Receive. He just told us this. Matter of fact, that's enough. Christ just destroyed everybody right now.